Hello all, a warm welcome to everyone tuning into the Oracle IAM Insight session today. My name is Prabhakar Neburi, a Principal Technical Support Engineer here at Oracle. Today we will be covering Health Check Framework, a useful monitoring tool and health checking tool performing health check for IDM products. I will be covering specific to Oracle Access Manager product with examples using browser interface and REST API. We will be covering the health check framework and delve further into Access Manager product. Next, we will be covering what is expected to be accomplished using health check framework. Next, we'll be showing some of these commands involving health check using the web interface and the REST API. And finally, we'll summarize the discussion what we had. Let us understand the difference between the health check and the diagnosability. Health check are a set of preventive measures one should take to reduce the probability of any catastrophic events occurring in the running system. Some of these checks include availability of the various components of a system, resource utilization, response time and misconfigurations, if any. Health check framework enables health check on the servers. These checks can be performed using REST API or by scheduling periodic checks on the server. Diagnosability are a set of actions that are taken when an unpredictable event happens in a running system and where the business can be impacted. IAM health check framework should be viewed as a more of a health checker and monitoring tool and not as a diagnosability tool. Some of the use cases are like a post install or a runtime. In the post install execution of health check, which includes checks as executed after the product is installed, they are mostly product focused, and like specific examples to quote is OAM, OIM, or OED. And this post-install health check tool basically checks for system resources, system configuration, software and database configuration, and in the data tier about database and performance in general, which can for making an application readiness. We will cover a few of these in the examples as we move forward. Monitoring enables to monitor various performance metrics, and it basically enables monitoring the server performance. The monitoring basically, as I mentioned, it's monitor server instance performance and monitor server metrics, and we have an Oracle Dynamic Monitoring System as well. So let's look into this further. If you look into the monitoring framework here, if you go to the OAM console and look at the configuration and check the server instances here, deployed here. Here in this case, we have only one OAM server, and you notice there is a monitor tab. You click on the monitor tab, basically you see the various metrics, server metrics like server process overviews, session operations, server operations, and OAM agents. And we see various parameters that can be monitored at runtime. Like in server operations, we see authentication and authorization policies, the responses. In the session operations, we have metrics to be monitored around sessions like validity, create, destroy, and delete client sessions. Same thing with system process overviews. We have various parameters like number of threads, completed active threads, min, max time. So these are the various parameters which can be monitored. Now, if you look into the dynamic monitoring system, here you see there are various parameters that can be monitored. You see the list of the different DMS metrics here, and there are a huge list of things which you can see. For instance, if you go to like Java monitoring system, like if you go to JVM memory or Java runtime, JVM runtime, we see the various processes which are available. Let me log in again. So if you look at some JVM runtime here, you see the various parameters pertaining to JVM runtime, and we see like various metrics like the class path, library path, and those things. Similarly, if you look into like various things like a connection pool, if you look into JDBC connection, you see the various connection parameters like they are being monitored as part of the dynamic monitoring system. Now here let's explore further into the health check framework. Now, if you see here, we have a health check framework pertaining to heartbeat. Basically, the health check framework pertaining to heartbeat is like a heartbeat endpoint to OEM server. As OEM server access manager services are business critical, and they need to be ensured that they are always available to control user access for organizations' protected resources and application. Heartbeat is a health check monitoring that can be leveraged by load balance to ensure that user traffic is routed to the healthy OEM servers. Basically, the heartbeat is exposed to the URL for the managed server, and basically it works for following way in validating the ID store connectivity, policy store connectivity, or credential collector URL, sanity check on coherence layer, and check for NAP connectivity. If any of these heartbeat endpoint does not return checks that either of these or any of these is not functioning as expected, it will return a HTTP error code. In a normal cases, it returns a HTTP 200 or a blank page. So let's look at that illustration once on the heartbeat here. If you see here, this is the heartbeat endpoint for the managed server, and since end-to-end connections are all functioning and accessible and running, you see a blank page. Basically, it's a HTTP 200 status code. Otherwise, you will be seeing other HTTP codes like 404, 500, or relevant HTTP error codes here. Now let's look into the health check framework. We will be covering about the health check framework introduction, understanding the health check test configuration, running health check using REST APIs, and how do you configure scheduled health check, and what are the various scheduled parameters. And finally, we'll see about using the health script evaluator. So moving further, let's look at the health check framework introduced. Health check on the servers can be performed using browser interface and can also be performed using REST API. The checks can be performed by scheduling periodic checks on the server, and each schedule can be associated with a specific test to run. The REST API performs pre-configured health check test on the server and returns the status of those test runs. All these health check attributes, parameters, and whatever you're monitoring for health check purposes, they are stored in the OEM config.xml file. And framework supports notification by using the components through the /health/check API. The framework also provides notification of aggregating these services of health check tests, and the results can be cumulated over a configured time frame. The test results are mapped to actions performed on the server. The action and mapping are all configured in OEM config.xml file. These actions can include subscribing to the WebLogic health check callback and setting the WebLogic server state appropriately. Let us look into the health check monitoring for the WebLogic server configuration. Now, if you look into this WebLogic console and look into the configuration tab, we see a health monitoring tab. There are various tabs we can explore. I'm just covering a few of them pertaining to health monitoring here. If you see the health monitoring tab, we have various parameters like health check interval, auto killed if failed, auto restart, restart interval, max try within the interval. All these parameters are configurable, and you see there are different values being set, and these can be modified and monitored. And to know each of these parameters, what do they meant or what do they mean, for more explanation, other things, we can look into this link here, like more information. It provides the details about what all these different attributes of the health check intervals are seen. Similarly, if you go and see the server start, we have various parameters that can be configured at the time of server startup, like Java Home, BA Home, or root directory, or any other class path argument. These can be configured at server start time. Similarly, if you look into web services, you have the various parameters that can be monitored for the web service, which you can go through them and see there are different attributes available here. Similarly, in the terms of like controlling the server startup and startup shutdown time, you can configure various parameters like graceful shutdown timeout, server life cycle, startup timeout. These are all configurable. Now look at every of these attributes. The details can be checked by clicking on the more info details of that. So one can like subscribe to the various parameters set according to these actions and monitor them. Now, understanding the health check test configuration, the health check framework provides pre-configured health check tests that can be run when the health check API is invoked or during scheduled check. The health checks are configured under the test list under the health check element in the OEM config.xml file. I'll show you a sample of this OEM XML file. If you see here, the sample of OEM XML file which is configured for health check under the health check tag here in the OEM config XML file, you see there are various attributes here listed here. Like you see the test list, then it has a name ID, test list T001, then it has like how much duration the test is run, and the various settings which are can be monitored or for health checking purposes. You see, for example, here you have heap size check, free heap check, login failure, authentication and authorization latency, directory server outage or directory latency. These are the various things you can monitor or perform health check on this. Now, these parameter values can be checked, set by using the get and put methods of the REST API using the IAM admin config API v1 config as part of the REST interface like here. Checking further, and if you see running this health check using REST APIs, we have various different parameters for REST API to configure any of it. Let us look into this here. Now, if you look here, the REST API commands here, like the first one, if you see, the one which uses the base of the OEM config base by calling into IAM admin config API v1 config, it basically gives the complete OEM config base. Now, if you want to list out the specific health check attribute, you have to use the REST API interface for the deployed component server, NGM server profile, and health check. Now, if you want to like look into what are the schedules which can be configured or listed, you can use the running schedule API basically into this profile health check schedule. Similarly, if you're looking for any component tests or the test list, we have similar APIs like that. So there are a huge bunch of APIs, the REST interface, where you can configure and set and modify the values pertaining under this health check attributes. Now, checking further, let's look into some of these commands which I've discussed here. Here, if you see, this is one of the health check REST API what I just shown. Let me see the other one. This is all the health check config base. Looking at the other one. Now here, if you see, this is one running the schedule. Let me try again. So this is one which is running the similarly, we have like for a test list. So like we have the REST interface running for just the health check schedules here. So these are some of the things which you can use using REST API, configure them, set them, modify them, and list them, and do schedule tests and collector and aggregate over a period of time and use and populate into reports. Now, this is one example to show like a REST API interface for the profile health check here. Once you execute the REST API, it basically lists the under the health check profile, what are the test lists and what are the various parameters that are being checked. As I mentioned earlier, these values can be set by using get and put methods of REST API. Here in specific example, you see the duration is set for 5 minutes. And basically, these are the parameters which are being checked periodically every 5 minutes. Now, looking further into this, a scheduler, if you look at schedules, we have under the REST API, under the health check profile, we have different tests which can be scheduled, like a login test job. You see that it's the cron job running for every 2 minutes. We have another test schedule of LDAP outage job, where you like periodically run for every 10 minutes. Basically, what is meant, I mean, bringing the point here is using REST API, you can monitor, set, and accumulate or aggregate these values by running against these health check reports. Moving further, like we have a tool like health script evaluator. The health script evaluator tool is one creates health check tests based on the DMS, the dynamic monitoring system metrics, and evaluate them within the tool. The evaluator tool provides utility functions to extract values from the dynamic monitoring system sensors and variables for capturing these values. Let us look at some of these examples here. Now, this is one example. If you see here, like we are using a sensor function here, the evaluator tool, like setting a heap threshold value and checking whether the max heap is exceeding the heap threshold value or not. So there is a script which we can execute and run with the evaluator tool, basically to monitor the health of the system. Let's look into this here. If you see here, this is one of the example which like using the evaluator tool. Here the script is being saying that this is the heap threshold value, and you are giving the max heap to the threshold value from the Java memory, getting the metric value and seeing whether the max heap is greater than the heap threshold. If you run the evaluate function, basically it returns a value saying that this is the heap threshold set, this is the max heap size, and basically it returns the results as a true. So this is one of the use case of the evaluated script, which is available in the health check framework. There are many other examples you can quote for. Now, these are some of the references for understanding and reading this health check framework, like regarding the performance monitoring and health check framework. These are the Oracle documents which are being used. And there is one A-Team blog which is very helpful and informative in terms of the REST APIs and use for the health check, which you can use as a reference and get more understanding of it. So in summary, here what we covered in this session is basically about the health check framework. And the health check framework basically is a proactive tool for monitoring system resources and configuration, both for post-install and at runtime, which you can get information on software and database configurations and check for server configuration boundaries, performance metric boundaries and thresholds, and you can schedule them for runtime monitoring. And as I mentioned earlier, you can run some post-install check when the products are installed. Thank you again for tuning into Oracle IAM Insight session. We look forward for seeing you at the next one. Thank you.